Guys, are you able to see?
I can't see anything.
How about now? Is it still Taryn, are you not able to see? Is it fine now? Or
Yes.
should I? Okay, perfect. So today I want us to look at the number sentences, and the first point under the unit, it is state addition and subtraction facts. Okay, state addition and subtraction facts. Okay, so they say if something is not true, that means it is false. So that means if something is false, then it is not true. Okay, and for example here they're saying a bird has 8 legs. Is it true or false? How many legs does a bird have? How many legs does a bird have?
2.
2. Perfect. So that means the statement that we're having here, is it true or false? When they say a bird has 8 legs, is it true or is it false?
False.
Perfect. It's false because now a bird has 2 legs, so it's false. And they say sentences such as the following are called number sentences. Number sentences. So if you add 3 to 10, you get the same as when you add 4 to 9. Who's having their mic unmuted? Do you want to say something? Perfect. Remember, you only unmute when you want to say something. Ne? So the sentence or the number sentence, as an example given below, they say if you add 3 to what? To 10, you get what? You get the same as when you add 4 to 9. So in this case, we are having 3 being added to what? To 10. It can also be symbolized and be written as 10 plus 3 because we are adding a 3 to 10. So we're adding 3 to what? To this 10, and then we're gonna get whatever number as a total. They say we can also write and number sentences in symbols, which is 9 plus 4 is equals to 10 plus 3. You see, you've got two operations here. So we are adding 10 to 3, and we are also we are adding 3 to 10, and we are also adding 4 to 9. So they are simply saying that 10 plus 3 is equals to 4 added to 9, which is 9 plus 4. Ne? And if they asked you if whether this is true or false, you are going to verify, you're going to check with calculations. You're going to say 3, and then you add 10 plus 3, so you have 10. Now you are adding it with 3, so it's going to be 11, 12, 13. So that means we are having a 13 equals to, and then you're having 9 plus 4. So when you add a 4 to 9, so you're going to say 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you also have a 13 here, which makes the statement or the number sentence correct. Are we all together? Are we all together? Naledi and Minente,
Yes.
are we all good? Perfect. Perfect. So now let's look at the questions over here. They're saying which of the following sentences are true and which are false. The first one, which is A under 1, they say 4 apples. Let me zoom it in. Let me do this so you can see. Okay, 4 apples and 3 apples all together is 7 apples. So what are they trying to say here? They're saying when you add 4 apples and 3 apples, you get 7 apple. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. When you have 4 apples and you add them with 3 apples, how much are you going to have?
7.
7 apples. Now, is this statement true or the number sentence true or false?
True.
True. And who was that? Perfect.
Nana.
Anna. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's move to B. Our B says 6 apples and 3 apples all together is 10 apples. So Minentle, they're saying you are having 6 apples, okay? And then you get 3 more apples. Now, how much are you going to get? Minentle? When you add 6 apples with 3 apples, how much do you get? Do you get a 10? Okay, Tyrone, how much do you get? Do you get a 10?
If we're adding 6 plus 3, I think we're gonna get a 9. So the statement is false.
The statement is false because when you add a 6 or a 3 to 6 or 6 to 3, you're going to get a 9. So that means when you have 6 apples and then you add with 3 more apples, you're going to have 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means now you're going to have what? You're going to have 9 apples, not 10 apples. So you see, this is why the statement is false, because you cannot get 10 apples. Are we all together?
Yes.
Joyce, perfect. Joyce
Yes,
left.
ma'am.
Naledi, and okay, perfect. And now let's see. Let's go to B. I mean, our C, we're done with B. Haibo. 6 apples and 1 apple all together is 7 apples. Here they're saying they're simply trying to tell you that when you have 6 apples and then you add with 1 apple, you will get a 7. You will get 7 apples. Is that true or false? How much do you get when you add 6 and 1?
7.
7, and who was that?
Nana.
Okay, 7. So now the correct answer is 7. So that means our C is going to be true. True. And let's look at D. D says 5 apples and 2 apples all together is 7 apples. And Naledi, is this true or false? Naledi, is this true?
Who?
That is, Yebo.
Ma'am, it's true.
It's 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who's that? Is that Naledi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Naledi, we are having it's 5 now. We are having 5 apples and 2 apples. So what they're trying to say here, they're saying when we add 5 and 2, we will get 7. When we add 5 apples and 2 apples, we will get 7 apples. So I'm gonna try and have my bag here that has apples. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 apples, and then we are adding with 2. Ne? 1, 2. Now, Naledi, how many apples do I have in the bag?
All together.
You're going to add everything inside here, and then that is going to be the total number of apples that we're going to be having, or the total when you add 5 and 2.
Ma'am, it's gonna be 7.
It's gonna be 7. Perfect. Now, if there are 7, is this statement going to be true or false? This one.
Ma'am, it's gonna be 2.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, cool. Now let's try to do number. Let's try to do what? Let's try to do number. Not number, but letter B. B says 6 apples and 3 apples altogether is 10 apples. So I'm gonna try and remove this bag again and have the number of apples inside the bag. And how much is it? Before I do the bag thingy, how much do you think is gonna be in here in the bag when you add a 6 and 3? Lady? Naledi, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. So we are having 6. We're having 6 apples, and then we're going to add with 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. How much do we have now? When we add 6 and a 3?
9, ma'am.
9. Perfect. So now, which means the statement Yamo B is going to be false because 6 and 3 does not equate to 10. So this is going to be false. I heard that there's somebody talking here and it sounded like it's a new voice. Tato Mokhali, are you okay? And now let's move to number 2. But before we move to number 2, do we have any question on the first part? Anything that you'd like us to repeat, or are you good? Remember, if you don't have any question, if you're good, you're covered,
No,
you
ma'am.
understand, we can jump. Are we all good?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Perfect. Now let's look at number 2. Number 2, they're asking us how much is 5 plus 5? And remember to mute your mic. And they're asking you what is 5 plus 5. Does anybody know how much 5 plus 5 is?
10. Minentle.
Minentle?
10.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, do we have somebody who thinks that Minentle is wrong?
No, ma'am.
Okay, cool, cool. I like it like this. Now let's look at our B. They're asking you how much is 5 plus 4?
9, ma'am.
9, and who's that?
Minentle.
Minentle. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Minentle says 9. And Naledi, is it 9?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. 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 Then that means here we are having 10. Here we are having 9. Okay. So if we were to demonstrate like them, like they did here, this is what we were gonna do. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
1, 2, 3, 4. So if we were to demonstrate like they did here, so it's 2, 4, 5, and 4. If we were supposed to do it, so this is how we're going to have. So it's when we counting, it was going to be, let's use yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4 is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9. You see, Minentle was correct. Now let's move to 7. They're asking you how much is 7 plus 3. How much is it?
10.
Nana?
10.
Is that Nana? 10. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 3, 8, 9, 10. So that means our answer here is going to be 8, 10. Do we have somebody who got a different answer?
No. No, ma'am.
Perfect. Now they're asking you, our D asks, how much is 7 plus 5? How much is 7 plus 5?
5.
12. And
12.
who was that?
12.
Names.
Minentle. Turtle.
Okay. Everybody says 12. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. So that means our answer here is going to be 12. Now, how much is 8 plus 4? 8 plus 4.
12. 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 4. Are you sure it's 12?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. I like the confidence. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you guys are correct. Then we have 12 again. Do we have any questions so far?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, guys, make sure. Okay, cool. Make sure that you keep your mic muted, ne? Because there's someone who's having a background noise and I can't tell who. So you only
Yes, ma'am.
unmute when you are answering or when you want to ask a question. Make sure, guys, you mute your mic, ne? Perfect. This is good. Now let's move to number 3. Did you guys say that you are sorted with the second part, or do you have any question, any addition? Okay, I'll take it that it's okay. Now let's move to number 3. Number 3 says Nati says 5 cubes plus 4 cubes is the same number of cubes as 7 cubes plus 3 cubes. He writes 5 plus 4 is equal to 7 plus 3. And I told you guys that when they're making such number sentences, you have to check if they are correct. So now they're saying 5 plus 4 is the same or is equal to 7 plus 3. So what you're going to do, Minentle, you're going to try and calculate how much is 5 plus 4. So you're going to have 5 plus 4, which is 1, 2, not doing it, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they say plus 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 7, and then for red, that we are adding what? We are adding 7 with 3, ne? So I'm just gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, and then 5 with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, how much do we get when we add 5 and 4?
It's true.
False.
5 and 4. No, guys. I haven't gotten to that point where I'm saying if it's true. Perfect. Who was that? Nine. And now, so I was asking if
9.
no, perfect. I was asking what are we getting when we are adding 5 and a 4, not this last part. No? This one we're going to answer after. And now you guys are saying 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Is there somebody who's disagreeing with that? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So that means the 9 is correct. Now, what do you get now when you are adding 7 with 3?
10.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means we are having a 10. So now this is the same as, because we already calculated, guys, a 4 and a 5, we can just write a 9. So 9 is equals to 10. So I'm going to ask you a question. Is 9 equal to 10? Is 9 and 10 equal?
No.
No. And
ma'am.
if perfect. So does this mean the statement is true or false? What does it mean?
False.
It's false.
False. Is everybody saying false? Or do we have somebody who think it's true?
It's false.
Everyone's saying false. Perfect. I'm so happy that you guys are with me. Okay. Now let's move to 4. Remember, guys, if you have any question, you can just ask me. And let's move to 4. 4 says Mpo by, or Mpo says 5 plus 5 is the same as, or is the same number as 7 plus 3. Mpo says 5 plus 5 is the same number as 7 plus 3. Now I'm gonna ask Tato, how much do you get when you add 5 and 5?
10.
10, and I'm going to write it here. Thank you, Tato. We have 10 is equal to, now how much do we get when we add 7 and 3, Naledi?
10, ma'am.
Naledi, how much? 10. Perfect. Now, is 10 equals to 10? Is 10 the same as 10?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Perfect. Now, does this make the statement or the number statement true or false?
True. True.
True.
Perfect,
True.
perfect, perfect. Now, do we have any questions so far? So far, so good. Okay, let's go to number 5. Our number 5 here. And they say decide which of the sentences below are false. And if a sentence is false, make it true. See, if the sentence is false, make it true. And then they say, keep the left-hand side the same. Keep the left-hand side the same. Meaning that, let me try to zoom this. When they say keep the left hand the same, that means this side is our left. We're not going to touch it when we are trying to make the statement correct. Do you guys get me? So that means
Yes.
all
ma'am.
the left hand side are not gonna change. The only change that you're gonna make if they are false, it's gonna be on the right side, which is the one that I'm about to color in red. So these are the ones that you're going to change, given that the sentence is false. Yeah? And then they say keep the left hand, I touched it, and change the right hand side. Yes, they've indicated there. And then they say, then write 2 more true number sentences with the same left hand side. Write what? Write 2 more true number sentences with the same left. So meaning that you can make a change 2 times with 2 different numbers that are going to fall under here the right hand side, sorry. But the left hand side should remain the same. And then here we are given an example. They're saying 5 plus 3 is equals to 6 plus 4. They're saying the statement is false because 5 plus 3 minently is equals to 8. And 6 plus 4, Tato, is 10. So 8 is not equal to 10. When you're having an 8 and a 10, you're having different numbers. Ne? But when you're having an 8 and 8, it's correct. When you're having a 10 and a 10, it's correct. Okay? But when you're having 8 and 10, then that is absolutely not correct. And then they're saying, but 5 plus 3 is equals to 6 plus 2. Remember, I said 5 plus that plus 3 is equal to 8. Okay? And 6 plus 2 is equals to 8 because when you're having 6, when you add it with 2, so it's 6, 7, 8. So it's 8. So you see, you're having 8 is equals to 8. And then again, the same 5 plus, another way to write it, 5 plus 3 is equals to that. And 5 plus 3 is equals to 1 plus 7. So they've used what? They've used 2 and a 6 and a 1 and 7. You guys see that? So when you add 1 to 7, you get 8 because 7 plus 1 is 8. Okay? When you have a 6, when you add it with 2, you're going to get 7, 8. So it's 6, 7, 8. So you see, both of them are 8. So, excuse me. So you see that the change that was done here was only in the right, but the left was kept the same. 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3. Are we guys together?
Yes.
Do you all understand?
ma'am.
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And let's see. Now let's try to attempt for the first one. So the first one, they're saying A, we're having 8 plus 5 is equal to 10 plus 3. And Nana, how much is 8 plus 5?
13.
13. And Tato, how much is 10 plus 3? Tato Morale, it's still in here.
Please repeat it.
How much is 10 plus 3? Is that Tato? How much do we get when we add 3 to 10? Remember, we are still on A, ne? Okay, Nana answered, and let me see. I'm not sure what's happening out there. The network seems to be a problem. Okay, Tyron, how much do you get when you add 10 and 3?
We get 13.
We get 13. Now, guys, I'm gonna ask you. Thank you. I'm gonna ask you. Now, when you is 13 and 13 the same? The 13 that we got here and here, are they the same? Are they
Yes.
equal? They are equal. So which makes the statement what? The statement true. Now I'm gonna ask you, do we have to make changes to this number sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
And why are we making a change? Why are we making a change? Who was that? Okay, cool. We are not going to make a change because they said decide which of the sentences below are false. If a sentence is false, make it true, meaning that you only make changes if it is false. So this one is true, so that means we're going to leave it like this. Are we together?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Perfect. Perfect. So if it's true, you're going to leave it like this. But if it's false, then we're going to make changes. Now let's look at B. B says 8 plus 6 is equal to 7 plus 7. Now, what do you get when you add 8 with 6, Naledi?
Sorry, ma'am. Please repeat the question.
What do you get when you add 8 and 6?
13.
13.
14.
Perfect. 14. And then now, what do you get, guys, when you add 7 with 7?
14.
So we have 14 and 14. So for 8 plus that, we have 14 and we also have 14 here. Now, is this statement on number sentence correct, true or false?
True.
True. And if it's true, do we make changes? True.
No. No.
No, ma'am.
No changes if it's true. We only make changes if it's if it's false, sorry. Now let's go to our C. Our C says 2 plus 9 is equals to 9 plus 2. Is that true or false? 2
True,
plus
ma'am.
9. True.
True.
Perfect. 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 Now, let's go to our D. D says 80 plus 70 is equal to 100 plus 20. What do you get when you add 70 with 80?
15.
150.
150.
150. Perfect. Perfect. I'm so proud of you guys. 150. And then what do you get when you add 120?
120.
120.
100. Perfect. 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 Now, is 150 equals to 150?
No, ma'am.
No, that means the statement or the number sentence here is false. Now, remember they said if the statement is false, make it true. Now, how are we going to make this true?
Sixty plus
Ma'am, we're
60
gonna add
equals
50.
120.
Who was the first one? Who was the first one? This is when
Nana.
Nana. How are we going to correct this or make
Solving
it
exam
true?
papers.
60 plus 60 equals 120.
Are you
No,
sure it's
remember.
science? Because I'm just seeing maths.
Titalo, keep your mic muted. You only unmute if you wanna answer or ask a question. Was that Minentle? Oh, it was Nana. Nana, you were saying
60 plus 60 equals 120.
guys, remember they said we must keep what? We must keep the left hand side the same. So now the left hand side here is 150. That the left hand side is what? Is this one, ne guys? And this is the right side, okay? So that means all the times in all these number
100
sentences,
plus 50.
okay, was that Nana? So it's going to be 80 plus, remember you must say the whole thing. 80 plus 70 is equals to 100 plus 50. Perfect, perfect. Now they said after you have corrected this statement or the number sentence, write 2 more true number sentences with the same left hand side. Now, how can we write it again? 2 more correct number sentences with the same left side. Naledi?
Ma'am, we're
Okay,
gonna
let me
add
show you.
50 to 20.
50 to 20. Okay, what am I going to write here? I don't get you. Guys, do you see the example here? So what you're gonna do, guys, you see on the example, let's look at the example again. So they said 5 plus 3 is equals to 6 plus 4. You see, that is not correct. So now they've made the statement true by saying what? 5 plus 3 is equals to 6 plus that. And then they said you must write 2 more true number sentences. Now you're having 5 plus 3 is equals to 2, 2 plus 5. So you see, they swapped these two positions. So the 2 took the 6th position and the 6 took the 2 position, or the position of 2, ne? And then another one, they just looked at any number that when you add them together, any two numbers, when you add them together, you get what? You get 8. So they took 1 and 7. Even if they said 7 plus 1, or or um 3 plus 5, it was still going to be correct. Are we together, guys? So now let me show you how you're going to do this one. So for this one, guys, I'm sorry about that. For this one, because you have corrected it, now this is going to be what? This is going to be true, okay? This is going to be true. And now the two more correct number sentences is going to be 80 plus 70. Guys, are you still there? And let's see, let me mark this.
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
still with me? Is equals to 50 plus 100. Now, this is the first what? This is the first correct number sentence. The first after correcting. And again, we're going to have what? We're going to have 80 plus 70 is equals to, maybe let's do 110. 110 plus 40. Because when you add the two, you must get what? You must get 150. So 110 plus 40 is equal to 150. Are we all good?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Are you all following, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I can hear you,
Yes,
Minentle.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for
Yes.
confirming. Okay. Okay, now let's look at another one. Another one we are having here is 70 plus 50 is equal to 80 plus 50. Is this correct? 70 plus 50 is equals to 80 plus 50. Is it correct?
No,
No.
ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
No.
Yes,
No.
ma'am.
And what do you get when you add 70 and 50?
120.
120. And then how much do you get when you add 80 and 50?
130.
130. So now how are we going to make this statement true? Because they said if it's not true, make it true. How are we going to make the number sentence, sorry, true? What are we going to do?
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
you add 80 plus 40.
Remember, you must call the whole thing, ne? When I say the whole thing, you see how I wrote it here? I said 80 plus 70 is equals to 110 plus 40. So I want you to tell me when we are correcting it, you're going to say 80 plus 70 is equals to 100 plus 50. Okay, so when you say 40 plus that, I don't know which one you are referring to, if you are referring to the side or this side. Okay, so just make sure that you include both sides. Like you can say whatever plus whatever is equals to that. Okay, cool. You said how are we going to fix the problem or the mistake?
Usungiphazamisa. Ngiphopa kwani
I
and ngikhalaza ngamafundi. Sungiphaphela.
Guys, make sure that you mute your mic, ne? You keep your mic muted, unless if you want to answer the questions, okay? Otherwise, I'm gonna be forced to mute you the entire lesson. Okay, and Minetla, you said, how are we going to fix the statement? Okay, I'm not
70
sure what's
plus
happening. Mm-hmm.
70 plus 50 equals 80 plus 40.
80 plus 40. And who's that? Nana.
Tato.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, after we have corrected this statement, they said we must do what? We must then write 2 more true number sentences with the same left-hand side. Okay, now that we have corrected this, how can we write this number sentence other than this way? How can we write a correct one? Okay, another way of writing it, guys, I'm not sure what's happening with you. So it's going to be 70 plus 50 is equal to, please keep your mind, 40 plus 80. Okay, 40 plus 8. I said the first thing that you can do is to swap the two, swap the 80 and the 40. And then the next one that you're going to do, you're going to write any number that you wish to write. Okay, so now 70 plus 50 is 120. You can also write it as what? As 100 plus 20. Okay, 100 plus 20. Are we all together?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we
Yes, ma'am.
okay? Guys, ensure that your mic is muted, ne? Keep your mic muted. Minentle, mute your mic.
Ma'am?
Mute your mic.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's try to do the last one. I see we have ran out of time, so I'm gonna try and have you guys do the last one where the answer is not correct, where the answer is false. Let me see. Okay, let's look at what? Let's look at this is correct. So we were on E, and we are having what? We are having F. Is F correct?
No.
Is F?
No,
Is
ma'am.
it?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay,
No,
cool.
ma'am.
And then perfect. How are we going to make it correct? How are we going to make it correct?
19 minus 5 equals to 20 minus 3.
20 minus 3.
Sorry, ma'am, is 2.
Is what?
Ma'am, is E2.
It's -2.
Is 2.
Okay, what do you get when you add?
Is
I mean,
E.
when you minus, what do you get when you minus 5 from 19? I get a 14. 14. Now, how do you get to 14 when you have 20? What must you do? How much are we minusing? We're going to minus 6, okay? Because 20 minus 6 is equal to 14. Now that we've corrected the error or the mistake, now what we're going to do now is to write 2 more true number sentences with the same left hand side. How can we write 19 minus 5 again?
19 minus 5 equal to 6 minus. Oh.
It can't be, ma'am.
Is what?
It can't be.
It can
6
be. So,
minus 6
okay,
minus
yes.
20.
No, it can't be 6 minus 20. So what you can do now, you can say 21 minus what? What can you minus 21 with for you to get a 14? So you can minus it with a 7. So that means it's also 21 minus 7. And again, you can say 19 minus 5 is equals to, you pick any number of your choice, ne? You can say 25. And what can we minus 25 with to get a 14?
11.
So we can minus it with 11. So these are going to be your answers. Okay, guys. I'm afraid we have to cut the lesson here. Then we're gonna have to continue with this the next time that we're gonna meet. But before we cut the lesson, do we have anyone who have any question? Are we all good?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Just make sure that you look at the things. You take a screenshot and do them during your own time, man. During the week, at least once a day, do something, and then the next time when we meet, and we will continue. Yeah, Bo.
Is E2.
Is what?
Is E2.
What? E2.
No. I think operate distance.
Okay, guys. We'll have to cut the lesson here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your evening, ne?
Yes,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.